This I believe. The first impression of someone is something that is hard to break. If it is bad, that's the way you're always thought of. Bad ones come off as that girl that did that thing one time and now we cannot forgive her. Then there are minimal times you can have a good impression. You soon become that person that is good to have around, a study partner or the friend for life. I have learned that these good impressions are few and far between. The first time you meet someone, no matter how open-minded you think you are, you have standards set in your head for this person to meet. This initial meeting sets a profile of the person in your head, and you will continue to hold them to this standard no matter what they do. The only way they will be able to change your mind would be through something dramatic. This event would have to be crazy enough that you change the standards you have set. I admit that I am guilty of abiding by these unspoken bylaws that have been set by society. I commit the sin of immediately judging someone within the first second that I meet them. The good thing is that in about 2 or 3 times, the idea that I have in my head about the person is actually the way they are. Over time, I have developed a pretty good judge of character. Within a few moments, I can recognize what I like and dislike about a person. The problem with this is that within those few seconds, I never really develop my own solid opinion. I have standards that are separate from others, but because we are all taught that all along that first impressions make or break. Throughout my life, this is what I followed. If I had a first bad impression of the person, I would not make an attempt to be cordial and not befriend them and start making dinner plans. Now I've realized that deciding instantly whether or not you're going to like a person is the wrong thing to do. The person might be having an off day, be under the weather, or be in an uncomfortable situation. I learned this the hard way. During recruitment in the fall, I met a girl that I could not stand to talk to and hoped every day that we did not end up in the same sorority. There was just something about her that bugged me. She had a personality that was so loud and outgoing that made waiting outside in the hot sun for hours during the day even more unbearable. Then I would see her out at night, and it seemed like the dark made her even more obnoxious. I had only one conversation with this girl and already decided that she was not someone I wanted to associate with. Then midday came, and as I ran up to the porch, I saw her standing there cheering all of us on. This couldn't steal away my happiness. Throughout the day, I sat on the porch and welcomed girl after girl, and slowly my pledge class began to develop. By the end of the day, I had made up my mind about most of them. Even though we had all just accepted bids into the same sisterhood, I took the ideals of first impressions that society had so graciously given me and placed them all on my new pledge sisters. There were those girls that bugged me, the ones that I loved, and the ones that I had instant disgust towards, and then ones that really stirred no emotion whatsoever within me. Friday brought forth a pledge dinner and a pledge retreat. This was supposed to be time spent bonding with my new sisters. Dinner was not that much of a bonding experience, but the treat later that night was eye-opening. Many of the girls that I had developed opinions about had reciprocated the judgment back on me. I felt appalled, but this made me more interested in getting to know them. We sat around for hours and chatted about school, life, recruitment, and just got to know each other in general. I realized that all of my first impressions were wrong. I fit in right here with all of these girls. I was sad to tell them what I thought of them and how wrong I was. Each one of these girls brings something more dynamic to my life every day. I'm proud to call them my sisters and know they are proud to have me as theirs. As for that girl I could not stand in recruitment, she's now one of my best friends. Her outgoing personality has made me so much stronger as a person. She's my gym partner, my study buddy, part of daily nap time, and now we have too many inside jokes to count. I believe first impressions are not exactly what they're cracked up to be. It takes time to really create a valid opinion about someone. Don't scratch them off your list for not shaking firm enough or say hi instead of hello.